sneakily thing that just went on, that just happened, how does it then become back fair? Because if the same thing happened to somebody else, you or Man Purple, all hell would break loose.
Well, I don't know where the miscommunication was between the old FG and Sir Addison, but as far as I know, Mech wasn't really doing anything. So he asked me to step up and take over it. And that's where Purple and Mr. Hayes came in at as being the second and third commander. So I really don't know what was going on with Mech before we had it, before I got it and I gave it to Purple. But I don't know. All I know is he told me to do something and I did what I was supposed to do.
Right, and I understand that. And what I was trying to explain to Sir
So we
Kim,
got intruders
FG
going
Kumar right
around
now
the
is that
far side of
I
the East End.
informed the XFG and admin bio, let them know that I was going to the field. The last event that MEC held was the mid to end of July. And then 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks after that, then that is when you, Man Purple, and Sir Hayes took over. But even if he did give it to you, I should still have dropped somewhere on the list if I was not completely removed and I'm still a soldier, right or wrong.
I
I
agree.
mean, yeah, but my thing is a lot of people wasn't active, so we didn't have anybody on Mech. It was just us three at the time. We just recently started adding people on to Mech. So it wasn't really open to everybody.
Yeah, we reset the entire roster.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. But we use excused absence for what? To be excused from said duty. So if you had something like, I know in the past, a funeral, a loss in a family, work, you are expected to not lose your DFG position because you have IRL, correct? Even if you're not quote unquote active, you still expect to have that position and or a conversation, because I know there's been many of times where somebody has made a decision and then they're like, that's not fair. How can you do that? You can't do that. But then when it comes to me, everybody's quiet.
I mean, from what I understand, FG said that no colonel, only people that's in suits can be over base teams. So that's where that comes in at.
Yeah. And that's also not been a thing since her Chauvin term. And I just explained that to him now, where even our current government, Sir Razzle and community manager Viking, all are in disagreement. Everybody from Colnell on up, because a Colnell, like he said, is a baby, basically a baby MG, and we all here standing here know that I have been an MG multiple times. I demoted myself. So I mean that's that. I mean the excuses can only go so far. Like not being liked isn't a reason not to hold a position, because if that's the case, then it's going to come down to a favoritism, and then people are just going to get their feet over hot wire. And instead of going down that route, which I'm not trying to go down that route, I'm trying to communicate about it up front. Because I mean, I could go down that route, and then a lot of people are going to be upset because a lot of things will have to change.
I mean, it's really not favoritism. Like, even when BAM was FG, base teams wasn't doing anything as far as Delta, base PD, and Mech. So that's why
It
it
is
was
to
handed over to new leaders.
correct, but it is to deny me a third commander spot for just simply not liking me
Wait,
because
who's
somebody
denying you?
No, I'm not saying somebody has denied me yet. I'm saying if I am denied for the simple fact. Because at the end of the day, yeah, the base teams weren't doing anything. The mech was actively posting and nobody was actively asking for an interview. I posted for interviews, nobody interviewed for it. Then magically everybody's willing to take over mech, which is fine. Like I said, my only thing is I should have been somewhere on the list, not having to interview for a position that I never gave up. And I'm not sure where the disconnect is either, but DFG Addison wasn't over Mech when he gave Mech to you, ma'am Purple and Sir Hayes. So again, if this is brought to the light, in a way in which would have to be out of into somebody's hands, it would not work that way. That's why I'm just trying to say I either need to talk to Man Purple and find out where she's going to put me on the list, because having to say, okay, cool, I like, let's say, Ma'am Karma more, so I want her as my third commander. That's nice and all, but at the end of the day, we still have to be fair and impartial, because you can't say, oh, we need to get base together, we need to make base function the way it's supposed to function, while also denying somebody who knows how to do the job the ability to do said job. Does that make
I
sense?
I don't think they're denying you. I think they're giving multiple people chances for the interview, like Ma'am Karma, Sir Bermuda, and I think Shelvin Lion is also somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So you cannot be here.
Yeah. So he will be in
Step
that as
out.
well. Oh,
But yeah, no, you're definitely gonna get an interview for it too.
So
I'm
Ori,
a fair
step out.
person.
hold on a second, because there's a intruder in here.
Last warning. Please step out. How can I help you? How can I help you, sir?
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure where the disconnect is, but I mean, I'm all for the interview for the position. I'm just letting you know. Whenever that interview comes up, just let me know, because I was active yesterday too for I think you guys were hosting mech interviews. Like I said, I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, I just should be somewhere on the roster instead of antagonizing me to interview again. Because making me interview again will just make me want to just go put in this ticket and say, "Hey, I never stepped out of said position. I excuse my absence. I justified." It's just like Sir Kemar. There's going to come a time and a point where he's going to have to justify his absence. He may not meet his weekly requirement, and nobody's going to expect him to be replaced off of that week that he needs to do IRL work. Ma'am Janet, the same thing as well. It's simply not fair. So all
I
I'm saying
mean,
is I
I
will stay out the
mean,
way.
my thing is, why wasn't this brought to the light when FG Bam Bam was the acting FG at the time? Why did it wait now? Because
No, it was. It was. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
but
He
nothing was ever said to Sir Addison or me or Man Purple or Sir Hayes about where you would stand.
Right, because I justified, okay, so I justified in the justified absence, so that is there for everybody to see. And I also spoke to Sir FG. Sir FG was not active at that time. Oh, excuse me. At that time, I was telling XFG to retire himself because he himself wasn't active in the game. We all saw that. We all knew that. You saw that I wasn't active in the game. And normally I'm on this game almost 10 hours a day in RP. So when I demoted myself from LTG to MG and then from MG to Colonel is because I knew I had IRL work going on. So for Mech, the like I said, the last event that I held was at the end of July, was for the ruck run. I did the ruck run, and then after that, I went to the field. So I couldn't make any flyers, and my service was splotchy. So I would come in and out for raid. After that, I don't know what happened. When I saw that Mech was taking over, I didn't make a big issue of it. I went to XFG and I said, "Hey, you know, I'm cool with Ma'am Janet and Ma'am Purple and Sir Hayes being there. That's fine if they are actively working, but where am I on the list?" He said, "I never approved of this. I never told anybody that they can remove you from the first commander position. I'll go talk to Sir Addison about it and find out what's going on." I never heard nothing back from it, and I can definitely show you the messages that I was communicating. After that, and for Sir Addison, he had me blocked at the time, so I couldn't communicate with him if I wanted to. So that doesn't fall on my part. Like I said, I'm not tripping about Man Purple being first commander or Sir Hayes being second commander. That's not my issue. I'm just trying to say I should not have to interview for something that I never gave up in the first place.
No, you're gonna be on the roster. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. I'm
We're
not
just
making a big
gonna.
deal, and I don't really care. But yeah, the whole only a black suit can be a commander, that's not true. So that can be scrapped. And again, if we're going off of people's experience, it's the same with Sir Kimar. Sir Kimar's not new to the army. And that's part of the reason why he is a great candidate to be an FG, because he has history. I have history. 11 months of consistent history. So, yeah, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, no. Let me talk to her to figure out where we're placing you, and then when it comes to the interviews for third commanders, you definitely have an interview in.
All right, well, that's it. That's all. I'm going to go about my business, and y'all have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Like I said, I'm a fair person.
You have been fair, and I appreciate you noticing and um, conversating with me on me not being batshit crazy for seeing what I saw. And ultimately, it's not even a thing. And even so, everybody knew that I was first commander of mech. Nobody checked in on me. Nobody sent a message. Nobody cared. And that is exactly my point. I would never have done that to somebody else. Like I said, I already know how it goes. Because let me do it to somebody else, all hell would break loose. But here I am. In those moments, I was still advocating for many people, I should say. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I'm going to go about my day. I'm going to have a great day, and I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do.
Yes, ma'am. Just pay attention to the chat for the third commander interviews.
Quick question, NRP. Can she see the chat? Unless
no,
you actually tagged her.
you
Remember that I basically requested for secure channels so that you all would not have the whole army persons, because at this point, NRP, we facing a large number of people in the faction Discord, but there's not that much many person in the faction. So remember that it is a secure channel for her to see. You have to tag her. So whatever you got going on, she'd be able to see what's up. So please make sure that you go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
no,
make sure.
I don't. I think I saw it up until yesterday. Or, yeah, I saw it up until yesterday.
Yeah,
Which,
no, the old
again,
channels got deleted.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, there's only so much ibuprofen I can take. Okay, so yeah, and again, I'm not really worried about the third commander spot. As long as I'm somewhere on the list, I don't mind. I know that y'all will figure it out. And ultimately, like I said, Sir Hayes, appreciate you. Remain fair, remain impartial, and as long as everybody sticks to the promises they put in black and white, we should not have any problems. I ain't targeting nobody. I don't care. I already said my piece. And that's pretty much where I stand with it.
Yes, ma'am. So yeah, you're definitely gonna be on there.
All right, well, keep up the NRP, the RP, and have fun. I will do the same.
You too.
Same to you.
Appreciate it.
She is full of it. She is lying. Bam Bam never communicated anything with Addison. So she's lying on that. And like I said, Mech was never up and running when Bam Bam was FG at all. Because he
Facts.
wasn't active or she wasn't.
Mech dropped